and we finally got back to Beth. And all of us headed to the swimming pool, the Bradbury swimming pool, and discovered that our brother had built another time machine. So now there's 2 time machines. So at the end of the episode, we had actually gone to the party to see Paul, and Martin gave us a key to get out. We discovered that Dr. Kim was a shifter, and you'll find out a little bit more about what a shifter is later on. And so, yeah, now everybody's kind of on the run except for us. So we're going to continue with Act 3. So here we go. It's going to do this for like a minute, as it always does. The wine and cheese crowd.
Security was tight at the Monarch Gala. You took quite a risk walking into the Lion's Den.
If we were gonna kidnap Dr. Amaral, then we needed to do it from the inside.
Beth Wilder. You were quick to trust her.
We had common interests.
Is that all you had?
That's all we needed.
Thanks for showing up.
Here, I thought this was gonna be a rescue. Right, there's a story here.
You know a guy called Hatch?
Serene's right-hand man.
He was here. He gave me this big speech about how he wants to take down Paul.
I hope you said no.
I didn't trust him for a second. He set me loose anyways, told me to wait for an opening.
I just gave you one.
Appreciate it.
Beth to the rescue, as per usual.
What's it look like out there?
16 hours after the fracture.
So far, your crazy plan's working.
And Dr. Amaral?
I don't have a fix on her. She's either at the party or at her office at the R&D facility here on the island. I'll scout out the party.
So you're gonna sip champagne while I break into a high-security installation. It's like you got this all figured out.
I'll save you a cocktail, Weenie.
Oh, well, in that case...
My cover isn't gonna survive the night, but it'll last a little longer, so you can't walk out the front door with me. This is the quickest way to the R&D facility. I disabled the security at the back door, but there'll be guards. Contact me when you're clear. And Jack, you know what's at stake here. This can't be about revenge.
I'm not here for Paul.
Hey! He's escaping!
Damn. That will hurt in the morning.
So there's our 6th power, the time rush.
Powers were growing. I was learning to control them better. That felt good.
Who the hell designs these doors? Okay, I'm gonna have to move faster. Hey, Beth, I'm clear. What's next?
You'll see a radar tower up ahead soon. Let me know when you get inside.
All right. Oh, you could have warned me about that one, Beth. Okay, how am I getting to that radar tower? I need to get across somehow. Must be a way across. Up you go. All right, that's it.
I don't know how we're going to explain the dry dock thing to the public. It was just our business. We can spin it however we want. Call it an accident. Or pin it on Joyce. Yeah, he might as well take the blame for the mess he made. Hostile!
Thank God.
Time felt broken here. Monarch built over World War II fortifications. Maybe wonder why they chose that island.
The existing tunnel system led back to the mainland. Perfect for construction of a highly secretive R&D facility.
Riverport Coastal Defenses. The coastal defense installation of Riverport was commissioned on August 2nd, 1940, and completed in September 1942 as America faced the realities of World War II. In addition to the fortifications and artillery, it also boasted an extensive tunnel system that linked Gull Island to the mainland, enabling free movement of personnel and material even under siege conditions. It was built in preparation for an attack on the United States that fortunately never came. The original plan also called for the construction of a large naval base in Riverport to support the U.S. Navy in the Atlantic, taking advantage of the local shipbuilding industry. But the United States entered World War II after Pearl Harbor. A change in resourcing priorities led to those plans being scrapped. This installation was in active use throughout the war, and the underground facilities continued to be used as a base for Navy intelligence work once World War II ended. The installation was decommissioned in '61.
The timeline of the old cannon felt loose. I could shift it around.
It's locked. Smart place to aim the cannon, guys. Okay, quicker next time. All right.
projections say these stutters are getting more frequent. If one hits while we're grabbing Dr. Amaral...
You'll be frozen. Yeah, I know. It's a risk.
Monarch specialist troopers have the stutterproof gear. I bet Dr. Amaral would have that in her office too.
I'll keep an eye out. See if I grab it for you.
Can't believe that choice. Frag out! It's no. Move in on his last position.
Jack? I've disabled security and unlocked the gates leading to the tower. Let me know when you get there.
Thanks, Beth. Great, another one. Fine. Okay, next stop, the radar tower. Beth? I'm at the radar tower. Where's the lab?
Below your feet. It's all top secret. The elevator inside will take you down.
Whoa, seriously? What is this, a Bond villain lair?
Hello, Riverport. You have no idea. Just don't fall into the shark tank.
Fuck. What have we got here?
Thank you, and welcome. Tonight marks a momentous occasion. For years, we have been building towards this day. Years of planning, developing, training. For me personally, this marks the end of a 17-year journey, and today
Speech is
we
streaming.
emerge from the shadows.
Let's give Monarch the audience
We
he
do so
deserves.
accepting great responsibility. I present to you the CFR, the Chronon Field Regulator. This device has been at the heart of our Chronon research since 2010, but I am here to assure you that it is so much more than just that. This device will be our salvation, and as promised, it is ready. To some of you, this means nothing. To others, everything. Rest assured, you will all know when the time is right. We are entering a volatile age. Great danger is coming our way. It cannot be prevented, but we can be protected. And so tonight is a celebration. A celebration in the face of darkness. We celebrate, but for some of you this means nothing. For others, everything. Rest assured, you will all know when the time is right. We are entering a volatile age. Great danger is coming our way. It cannot be prevented, but we can be protected. And so tonight is a celebration in face of darkness. Tonight we celebrate because I promise to you that we are prepared. We are prepared for what comes next. We are prepared to do what is necessary. We are prepared to survive. Thank you.
Of course, Paul had to have a nice little speech.
Look at him. Not a care in the world. Beth, I'm about to take the elevator. See Paul's still fond of his own voice?
8:35.
Yeah, he's talking about his survival plan. Crowd's eating it up. Jack. All units, hands on the target. Weapons free.
No shit! Jesus. Dr. Amaril's office. Looks like that's one level up. That doesn't look right. What the hell is this? What is that? It's like I'm being drained.
So the chronon dampers basically get rid of your power.
What the hell do they need things like that?
The device drained my powers.
We refer to it as a chronon dampener.
Shifter presentation. Chronon disrupted wave function subjects, aka shifters. Key attributes. Theorized to exist in a state of quantum superposition. Surrounded by a highly dangerous distortion field. Highly resistant to injury, conventional weapons useless. Populate the end of time. Can only exist in zero state, inside stutters. Appearances likely once fracture progresses. As a result, shifters cannot enter stutter-proofed areas. Procedures. Keep your distance. If not aggressive, do not provoke. Avoid confrontation. Seek cover inside stutter-proofing. Maintain stutter-proofing at all costs. If forced to engage, assemble superior numbers with chronon tech weapons. No heroics.
Okay, I Gotta get to Dr. Emerald's office.
Serene ordered Hatch to kill me because he didn't want to put his plan at risk. And seeing the scale of that facility, I started realizing just how deep that plan went. Made me wonder. Time was ending. What was it all for? The alarm would trigger as soon as the stutter broke. I was on borrowed time.
Dr. Emerald's office. Looks like that's one level up.
The chart showed that all of Monarch's major technological advancements started in 2010. Around the same time that something else happened.
Ground zero.
Monarch Technology Timeline. Phase 1 of Monarch Operations, 99. 2000, Monarch Physics Research Division founded. 2006, the Gull Island R&D Facility commissioned. 2008, the Gull Island R&D Facility construction finished. 2010, Phase 2 of Monarch Operations. Ground Zero event, CFR obtained. CFR obtained in 2010. I wonder if that could be related to the stolen countermeasure. 2011, Ground Zero Chronon Particle Harvesting Operation initiated. CFR research completed. Artificial Chronon Particle Field Stutter Proofing. Lifeboat construction begins. 2012, Personal Chronon Field Prototype. Stable Artificial Zero State Field Suit. State Field. Prototype Chronon Tech Suit. 2013, Prototype Striker Suit. Lifeboat construction completed. 2014, Mark 1 Chronon Tech Suit. Mark 1 Striker Suit. Prototype Juggernaut Suit. 2015, Prototype Chronon Dampener. CFR integrated into Lifeboat Control System. Time Machine Corridor constructed at Monarch HQ. 2016, Standardized Mark 2 Striker Suit. Standardized Mark 1 Juggernaut Suit. Standardized Mark 1 Chronon Dampener. Time Machine at Monarch HQ ready for core insertion. Preparations for Phase 3 of Monarch Operations completed. So they started working on Phase 1 of stuff back in 99. Back when the second Time Machine was first made, eh? That is a Juggernaut.
What the fuck? Fuck me. That was hardcore.
So basically you just have to shoot out the core in them and they'll die.
Oh, hello. might be able to get out from here. Guessing this isn't the usual employee route. Dr. Amaril's office must be close. No alarms. Looks like nobody here knows about the mess I made on the way in. Nice job, Beth.
From Martin to Clarice Ogawa. I've aided in Jack Joyce's escape from his cell. He's here to kidnap Dr. Sophia Amaral. This presents the perfect opportunity to move forward with our agenda. Tonight we send Monarch into the state of chaos. Tonight we ensure Paul Serene's downfall. When Paul hears about Jack's escape, he will order Sophia Amaral to be locked away in the villa for protection. As Jack nears her location, have Stetson sabotage the drone surveillance so that his movements will remain undetected. Assist Joyce's mission in any covert manner possible. Sophia is Paul's only resource capable of developing the treatments he needs. With her out of the picture, we only need to destroy his remaining treatments to render Paul helpless as his sickness grows. All of his treatments are kept in Dr. Kim's lab. I will gain access to the area and ensure that the entire lab is destroyed. I predict that Paul's sickness will take hold within 6 hours of these events, spurred by the increasingly frequent stutters. Only then will we make our final move. So obviously Martin wants to see Paul, he wants to see Paul fail, but why? Oh no, this guy's really clumsy. To Beth from Fiona. I just got word that Jack Joyce is in Monarch custody. Walked right into the mansion on Gold Island and gave himself up. What the hell are you two up to? If you want my help from the inside, then I need to know what's going on. Fiona. To Fiona from Beth. Yeah, oops. I'm sure you noticed that things didn't go exactly according to plan at Ground Zero. Seems like a running theme tonight. Can't go into details now, but we found something that I believe is the key to retrieving the countermeasure. The solution is in sight, but we need to kidnap Sophia Amaral in order to get it to work. Jack gave himself up as part of the plan to get him inside. I'm on the way to release him so we can get to Amaral, a poor man's Trojan horse. Desperate times, desperate measures. What's your status? Any update on the Dr. Kim lead? We may need your help from inside to pull this off. Any chance you can lure security in and around the R&D facility? Our plans might actually overlap for once. I'm going to attempt to access Dr. Kim's lab tonight during the gala to find out if he knew about this countermeasure. I still think that that's our strongest lead. However, if I get inside, I should be able to shut down some of the security measures from inside. The problem is getting inside that lab might prove to be a long shot. Couldn't get a hold of Amaral's keycard, so I've resorted to shameless flirting in order to find a means in. I'm going to the gala as Charlie Wincott's date in hopes that he can get me inside. That's if I can hold back from punching out the douche for that long. Consider this a test of restraint. I know that you think Jack is the key to obtaining the countermeasure, but the evidence is really stacking up that Dr. Kim knew something about the device. All of the research he did in that lab is classified. They're hiding something big in there. I'll let you know when I find. I'd warn you that your plan on the island sounds reckless, but I'm sure you're fully aware. Keep in mind that the minute Dr. Amaral goes missing, the entirety of Monarch is going to be hunting you down. She's the only thing keeping Serene alive. He won't let her go without a fight. Keep safe. Instructions for tonight. People. It seems we're having an even busier day than we anticipated. We're Be aware that both Liam Burke and Jack Joyce are now being held in a detention center at the island. It should go without saying that Burke no longer has any authority within Monarch Solutions and should be treated as any other detainee. Both Burke and Joyce are considered exceptionally dangerous, and Joyce particularly so. He is Chronon active and should be handled with caution. That said, Joyce has given himself up. It's possible that he realized the futility of his position and the fight has simply gone out of him, but I'm not convinced that he has no ulterior motive. Mr. Serene has to concentrate on his speech tonight. It's extremely important to the future of this company, so please ensure that everything goes smoothly. In the meantime, I will personally be conducting an interrogation of Joyce. Please expect my arrival at the detention center shortly. Martin Hatch. So, of course, he's playing everybody off as well, saying, "Oh yeah, Jack's given up because he doesn't have the fight anymore." Yeah, but we know. All right, it's got a lot to read here. CFR briefing by Dr. Sophia Amaral. It's no exaggeration to say that the Chronon Field Regulator, or CFR, is at the heart of all Monarch's technological advances. It's taken on a somewhat mythical quality, given its origins and the vital role it plays in the Lifeboat project, but in actuality, the CFR's applications are very practical. That's not to say the CFR hasn't had a course-altering impact on the work Monarch Solution does. It's been hugely influential in the development of both the stutter-proofing technology that allows us to shield large areas from the effects of zero state, enabling time to keep flowing within them even as it stops everywhere else, as well as the smaller personalized application of the same technology, the portable Chronon harness that allows our soldiers and technicians to operate freely within stutters. We think of Dr. Henry Kim as the father of all this technology, and deservedly so, but for all of his brilliance, it was his dedication to uncovering the secrets of the CFR that allowed him to make his breakthroughs. Despite Dr. Kim's hard work, the CFR's functionality is still not fully understood, and we have not been able to replicate the device. Having more than one of them would obviously be greatly advantageous to us, but we find ourselves in a precarious position where, in order to fully investigate it, we would need to take it apart. Given its immense power, such an undertaking would pose obvious risks. Perhaps even more importantly, there's no guarantee that we would be able to put it back together again. Given that it's vital to the implementation of the Lifeboat Protocol, it's our policy to leave it intact. We do know, however, that the CFR can not only store an immense amount of Chronon particles, it can also tap into the Myers-Joyce field and with great precision manipulate it. It's this unique ability that our own Chronon technology replicates, but of far less control and efficiency. It's also what makes the Lifeboat Protocol a reality. By itself, our stutter-proofing technology is powerful and reliable, but its rate of Chronon particle consumption is high, and it increases at an alarming rate as we widen the volume of space the stutter-proofing covers. This would, on the face of it, make the stutter-proofing a very temporary solution indeed, one that could perhaps buy us some subjective weeks once we enter a permanent zero state, but which would ultimately only delay the inevitable. However, the CFR changes all of that. When the permanent stutter-proofing installed in Lifeboat, indeed the very stutter-proofing that makes the lifeboat in the first place, is directed by the CFR, the system becomes vastly more efficient. Our Chronon particle consumption is reduced to around 1% of what it would be otherwise. Given the Chronon particles are hard to source, even at our ground zero installation, and our stockpiles are decidedly limited, this means that the CFR makes the difference between Lifeboat being a temporary stopgap solution or a very long-term undertaking that hopefully allows us to eventually find a solution to the end of time. So basically the CFR, being that it's the countermeasure, it can stop, it can stop the stutters, period, if you use it correctly. They're using it for the Lifeboat, so basically they believe that the end of time is inevitable, and using the CFR, the countermeasure, the Lifeboat can withstand being destroyed by the end of time. But of course they can use it other ways, not just the Lifeboat. They just don't know that. Chronon disrupted radio functions, aka shifters. Okay. Slide 1. Much of what we know about the shifters is theoretical, based on observations made by Mr. Serene and the limited experimentation we have been able to conduct on the only subject we have managed to capture. They do not seem to have a stable physical presence. Rather, the data we we are gathering appears to be fragmented and contradictory, as if there were countless versions of the subject occupying the same space. Our current theory is that they somehow exist in a persistent state of quantum superposition, or, to put another way, with the reference to the famous Schrödinger's cat thought experiment, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. The full mechanics and implications of this exceed our current understanding, but on a practical level, it seems to make them highly resistant to injury. It appears that even if the shifter encounters deadly force, it may kill one of its aspects, but because it exists as multiple iterations of itself, including iterations that were not killed by the force, it doesn't stop. Current theory suggests that the only way to stop a shifter is to cause its wave function to collapse from the superposition to a single Eigen state. In practical terms, the shifter must be affected with deadly force enough times for it to run out of healthy versions of itself. As such, direct confrontation with the shifter should be a last resort. Contact with the shifter is extremely dangerous. We know that they are essentially mobile repositories of vast amounts of chronon particles, and that they can only exist in a zero state, an area which has been depleted of chronon particles, typically by a fault in the Meyer-Joyce field that encompasses the universe. Colloquially, we refer to these as stutters in time. We also know that shifters are hostile to any source of chronon particles other than themselves within stutters, so any chronon active individual within a stutter may find themselves targeted by shifters. It appears that movement in stutters, by which we mean the very movement of particles within the space in which time flows, not merely the movement of an individual, disturbs them, and they respond with considerable aggression. So basically, what the first slide is saying is that shifters are like thousands, if not tens of thousands, versions of themselves. It's one person that exists thousands of times within itself. So you can't really kill it unless you deal enough damage in one blow. As discussed previously, shifters are extremely resistant to damage. They are also quite physically formidable, but their biggest threat is the distortion field around them. Its exact nature is unknown, but we know it warps the properties of the space surrounding them, exerting great physical stress and unpredictable forces on its surroundings. Again, in practical terms, close proximity to a shifter may be fatal even if no actual physical contact takes place. So basically, what this is saying is that since they can only exist in a zero state where no chronon particles exist, which is basically frozen time, they can only exist when time is frozen. That's what allows them to move. And they can't exist in an area where time is indeed functioning normally. So, when in a zero state, if there's any disruption in that zero state, being that they sense chronon particles or somebody moving around in a zero state, so if they were wearing, a suit that allowed them to move in a zero state, the shifters would know and come after them. That's why they're so dangerous. Slide 3. The stutterproofing technology Monarch Solutions has advanced offers solid protection against shifters. Time flows normally within a stutterproofed area, so shifters simply cannot exist within them. Therefore, as long as stutterproofing remains active, shifters are not a problem. However, stutterproofing of large outside areas is not feasible given our chronon particle budget, so we have developed other technology to defend against shifters, the chronon dampeners. A chronon dampener works by annihilating free-floating chronon particles within a specified area. As shifters' forms are hypersaturated with chronon particles, they cannot enter an area in which a chronon dampener is active without their wave function collapsing. Therefore, our operatives in the field have a solid portable defense against shifters. So yes, when they use their chronon dampeners, as you saw with Jack, his powers get depleted. Because of the chronon dampener. So if a shifter goes around a chronon dampener, basically their waveform collapses and they die. Our technology is shielded against the dampener's effects, so activities and stutters undertaken by our strikers and other operatives are not hindered. However, as an unfortunate side effect, the dampeners have a crippling effect on individuals who are also chronon active without the aid of technology. Accordingly, should Mr. Serene be present, you should always make him aware of your intentions before activating a dampener. You may rest assured that the dampener is not powerful enough to do actual physical harm to Mr. Serene, whose system constantly produces new chronon particles to replace the ones that are lost, but as the dampener's effects are unpleasant and enervating, such an encounter is likely to lead to an awkward conversation about future career prospects. Alright, so what is this? Ah.
Emerald's at the party. Stutter won't last.
Indeed she is.
I better find a way out of here and get to
Projected fracture progression. We've looked at the preliminary data on the frequency and the severity of the stutters and crunched at the numbers, and the results are alarming. Our original projection, which gave us years until the fracture reached the point where time breaks down completely, does not match up with the progression of stutters we are experiencing. Put simply, the stutters are happening more and more frequently, clearly indicating that the Myers-Joyce field is breaking down much faster than we thought. Taking the rate of acceleration, we can hypothesize that we might have as little as 24 hours until we reach the end of time, or the point at which time stops and no longer starts up again. We do not know why the original projection was wrong and why that data, which we do consider reliable, coming as it does from Mr. Serene, seems to entirely contradict our current findings. Regardless, the main issue seems clear. In order to achieve Monarch Solutions' stated goals, the lifeboat protocol should be activated ASAP. So yes, the stutters happen more frequently, which shouldn't be happening according to Paul.
The Admiral had tried to warn Paul. The end of time was approaching quickly. Less than 24 hours away.
Mr. Serene believed it would take years to run its course. Admittedly, he was wrong.
So this is, the original email is from Paul to Sophia, February 24th, 2013, Dream Journal 1. Sophia, as promised in our latest session, I am now going to transcribe what I recall from my dreams. I still have doubts that this exercise will help alleviate my symptoms, but I'm willing to explore the idea further if you truly believe in its merit. For someone who is not a medical doctor, let alone a mental health professional, you seem to take a great interest in my thoughts. Not that I don't appreciate it. Here's my first attempt. I recall a haunting image of 7 red doors. Each door had a wrought iron handle that was dripping liquid metal onto the floor, creating a pool in the middle of the room. I looked down into the aqueous metallic glow at my feet to see my own glimmering reflection, revealing that I had aged half a lifetime. Startled, I looked back up to discover that only one door remained. Jack Joyce stood in front of it. The heat of the room was overwhelming. Jack was sweating profusely, his skin red and peeling open. He begged me to take him back home, but there was no door leading home. I opened the only door left and entered, discovering we were back in the same room we had just exited. He refused to come to terms with this and opened the door again. I followed him over and over as he desperately opened the doors, forever leading us back to where we started. The heat grew and he howled in pain, begging to know why I made the other doors disappear, why there was only one path. He begged me to bring the other doors back. He begged me to take him home. The iron pool burst into flames. Jack screamed in agony. I grabbed him, told him that we needed to learn to endure the heat, to embrace the flame. I knew it would come to pass eventually, but the only way to survive it was to accept its inevitability. My body began swaying rapidly, dancing to the movement of the flames around me until my bones faded out of existence, and I surrendered to the fire until we were one and the same. I was no longer one being in one place and time. My life force spread evenly across the flames, until I was no longer an individual in one body, but a grander shifting entity. He became a shifter in his dream, basically. I could feel Jack being consumed within my essence. I felt a power within the heat, a clarity of intent. I forgot about my desire to ever return from the flames, because the body that once desired to return was lost forever. I became the very thing that I entered, and it became me. I can't say that. Like a cycle, fury chasing itself, Ouroboros, if you know what an Ouroboros is. I want to say cynical, but that's not what it is. It's like cyclinol. I can't say it. I woke up in a cold sweat. I quickly wrote down words that poisoned my mind in that moment. Delmore Schwartz was right. Time is the fire. So he became a shifter in his dream. Of course he did. Okay. The purpose of the gala. Greetings. Oh, some woman is playing Alan Wake. Children of the Other Gods. Greetings. It has been brought to my attention that there is some confusion as to the reason for the upcoming evening gala on Gull Island. I understand that some feel that such a celebration is frivolous, even misguided, in the aftermath of last night's events at Riverport University and the now present steadily advancing fracture in time. These concerns are understandable, but they are missing the bigger picture. Monarch Solutions is now entering a phase in which its true purpose will be fulfilled. We have finally arrived at the moment for which we have spent years preparing. The purpose of this event is twofold. First of all, for those selected to be a part of the Lifeboat project as scientists, technicians, support personnel, or in some other role, it will be important to see and hear Paul Serene. Continued confidence in the survival program is vital for the continued survival of Monarch, and ultimately the human race itself. This is particularly important given recent events. Oh my god, she's still singing. We need to present a desirable and reassuring counterpoint to the sacrifices we've had to make. Naturally, not everybody at the party will be among the chosen few, so a certain degree of informational hygiene will be required. I trust you will ensure that those reporting to you are informed precisely to the degree necessary. Secondly, for all of our autonomy and vast resources, Monarch is not functionally independent from the rest of society. In order for our plans to succeed, we will need the support and cooperation of the authorities and numerous business partners, even though they don't know our true goals. A demonstration of power and confidence, as well as certain judicious investments of currency and influence, will go a long way towards securing that support. Our PR blitz has been working well, but in order to maintain momentum, we must maintain an amicable relationship with Riverport's leadership. Our entire approach is based on the idea of Monarch stepping into to assist the authorities and being welcomed by citizens and the city administration alike. Should the latter suddenly declare Monarch's help unwanted or unsanctioned, our entire strategy could collapse in just a few hours. That would be disastrous to our plans. In conclusion, this is a tremendously important event for the future of Monarch Solutions and for the future itself. If there are any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, Martin Hatch. So basically, Monarch wants to make sure that the public sees them as the good guys, even though obviously they're only really preparing to save their own asses rather than everybody else's asses. So yeah, they basically need the public on their side, and they need everybody on their side so they can get more money, and they can be more successful.
Bill me. I knew Beth's cover wouldn't last long.
Bill me.
Had to get it to her at the party before it was too late.
From Charlie Wincott to Fiona Miller. Let's scroll down here. To Fiona from Charlie, what's up? I had a dream about you last night. It wasn't anything bad, don't worry, but it was pretty fucking weird. Let's just say that if you have a second mouth hidden under your arm that keeps on insisting that the international stock market's being controlled by the Pittsburgh Steelers, this would be a real good time to tell me. I mean, I don't usually have premonitions or anything. I don't believe in that crap, but just the same, I'd hate for that one to turn out to be true. Oh, and also that mouth eats nothing but sausages, real chompy chomp style. So, you know, there's probably nothing Freudian happening there. Just wanted you to know. What are you up to, Charlie? To Charlie from Fiona. Jesus, Charlie, I can tell you that you're a man of great sophistication. Did you major in smooth talk, or... Actually, hey, speaking of education, I heard rumors about that op coming from the university, up at the university. I know you know, because you always know about that sort of stuff. It sounds pretty serious. What the hell's all that about, Fiona? Well, as far as the university thing goes, I can't really talk about that. I mean, yeah, obviously I know. I'm like the first person they talk to about something like that, but it's classified. I sure as hell wouldn't put that down in an email. So maybe you should just come down and talk to me, you know, if I was free to talk about it, which I'm obviously not. Bring food. Seriously, I can't talk about it. I don't even want to know how you know about it, but you should still bring me food. Not sausages. Don't make this weird. Charlie. Check out Burke's contacts. Who's he working with? Brenner's mug. Yeah, this is Brenner's office. Okay, we have another computer. There's a lot of reading, but it's pretty important for the story. From Sophia to the Monarch team leads, the Time Machine. Hello, I have just been informed that the Time Machine core we obtained from the University has reached Monarch HQ safely and is currently being installed into the new Time Machine corridor system we have constructed there. As you know, the core of the Time Machine is the Time Machine. The corridor around it is merely the user interface. This means, of course, that once the installation work is complete, we have effectively moved the Time Machine from the University into the Monarch HQ. That said, we don't intend to use it. Let me repeat that. There are no current plans to use the machine. We are not sure how safe it would be to use, given that its initial activation has caused a fracture. I personally believe that now that the core has been activated, further use would be safe, but make no mistake, this is a hypothesis, not a proven fact. We know the machine taps into the universal Meyer-Joyce field, and somehow that connection has caused a fracture in the field, apparently because of a misconfiguration. We are looking for the specifics, but until we know for sure, it would be irresponsible to use the machine. However, having it in a place gives us a degree of control. It allows us, in an emergency, to travel backwards, although we obviously cannot go further than the time of its activation, last night, or forwards, as might be required. Obviously, being fully secured at our building's restricted area on the top floor also means that nobody else can use the machine. I have to reiterate that the only person who may authorize the use of the Time Machine is Paul Serene. I do not have the authority. Martin Hatch does not have the authority. The only person who does is Mr. Serene. He takes this issue very seriously, and I strongly suggest that you do the same. Dr. Sophia Amaral. So yeah, letting everybody know basically that nobody is allowed to use the goddamn Time Machine. Unless stated otherwise. So I need to go in here.
Guns made to operate in a stutter. Paul had clear priorities. When time ends, guns don't.
There we go.
The Monarch combat gear was unwieldy. What I'd taken from Dr. Amaral's office was much lighter. Almost like a civilian model.
Lifeboat presentation, the lifeboat. Located underneath Monarch HQ, access sealed until activated. Completely stutter-proofed, maintained with chronon particles sourced from ground zero, particle flow directed by the CFR. Twofold purpose. Guarantee survival of human race, find a way to restart time. Limited capacity. Personnel chosen based on vital skills. Complete discretion required. Note, Mr. S will give the speech tonight at Gala, groundwork for activation. Mr. H has limited availability, busy with Joyce. Contact his assistant if urgent.
Oh, dude. Come on, you're at work.
Adventurous religious singles dating website. Adventurous religious singles, pure thrills for the pure of heart. Find your soulmate. Meet the one he meant for you. Abstain together. Enjoy the tension. There is room for all in the closet of the Lord. I love that. This is to Paul from Kara Aviro. Paul, the Time Machine core has successfully been transported to the HQ and installed in the Monarch Time Machine frame on the top floor of the tower. The crew's getting restless. They really need some insight for the next steps. I understand the details of your plan remains confidential for a reason, but any information you can give us would be extremely helpful. Kara. Kara, thank you for the update. We do not require the time machine to be activated in the near future, but from this point forward I want technicians on standby. Our plan requires absolute control. That is what the machine represents. More than anything, we want to protect the machine from falling into the hands of our enemies. We have to deny them the opportunity to disrupt our plans. We may not be able to change the past, but if my travels have proven anything, it's that the past can help us better prepare for the steps to come. Those steps will be made clear to you very soon. Paul. So yes. More talking bullshit. We're talking about how plans will be made available to you very soon.
Sounds like the way out of this place.
Yeah, but before I get out of this place... There we go. Thank you.
All I had to do was make it through the garage. Seems simple enough.
What are they gonna do to that Burke guy?
After what he pulled.
Hostile! What?
Roger that. Light him up.
He's all over us!
All personnel. Jack Joyce has escaped custody and is now present at the R&D facility garage. Repeat, Jack Joyce has escaped custody. He is to be neutralized at all costs. HQ, silent sight, over. Copy that. Unit. Target. Is on high alert.
Alarm's not gonna make my life any easier. There's gotta be a way out of here. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, God. That's what I'm talking about. Beth, I got that device for you, but Dr. Amaril's at the party.
Yeah, I just spotted her. Wanna be my date?
Yeah, save me that cocktail weenie. I'll make my way there.
Serene's finished his speech and he knows you're loose. He's headed your way. Remember what we said. I'll keep him occupied, but push the Monarch frequency to make sure you stay out of his crosshairs.
Beth, I've got company.
We need backup. It's Joyce.
Great. the last of them.
Good evening, Riverport. It's Teresa here again. I've got a fresh bagel and a big...
I need the exact coordinates for Joyce ASAP. Monarch Actual is moving in to intercept.
This is Home Guard 5. Just spotted him entering the tunnel system outside party grounds.
Beth.
I'm on my way.
He took out my entire squad.
Again.
Just want to say I love the way that the sky looks in a stutter.
I could see the mansion where the Gala was. I had to find a way to get there. I could see the energy field of another Monarch Chronon dampener. It would drain my powers. I'd have to find a way to shut it off.
My powers won't work within that sphere. I better be careful. Security's tight. Maybe you want to shut that machine off.
Somebody get Serene back here!
Just give up. Yeah, now we're talking. Thanks for the heads up. That was close.
You were headed for the party. What was your plan?
I needed to get to Dr. Amaral before the stutter ended and Monarch found out I was coming.
This is the only tunnel entrance Joyce could have entered through.
Secure the exit. I'm going in alone.
Sir, are you sure you don't want support?
We've seen what Jack can do. I'm the only one who can stop him. If he gets to the mainland, we lose him for good. Secure the exit.
Beth should be here somewhere. Need to get to her before the stutter ends.
This won't take long. Make sure everything goes smoothly at this end. You know how important this party is to us.
Hope I'm not overstepping my bounds here, sir, but I don't like it. Please take a couple of our guys with you. Locked up or not, Joyce is dangerous.
I'm touched by your misguided concern. I can handle Jack Joyce.
Cocky bastard. But he did give me a chance.
Serene just finished his speech. I can't take it, he's too much. I swear I could just eat that guy up with a spoon.
Mr. Serene's speech had been a success.
The world was falling apart, but the wine and cheese crowd was enjoying their little goddamn soiree. Hey, there we go.
What the?
Easy, baby. Hey! It's okay. It's me.
Jesus. Look at all this.
Oh, this is your style. These people have no idea I've been shooting up half of Paul's little amusement park.
Yeah, well, Monarch does. I don't think my cover's gonna last.
Yeah, well, I don't think it would do much good for the next part anyway.
Okay, Dr. Emerald's somewhere inside the mansion. Let's go grab her. Bit of luck, we can be gone before anybody notices.
Okay, lead the way. What's our plan once we grab her?
There's a boat dock
This
right
guy's losing it.
Okay, we can make that work.
So this is the part 2 of the screenplay. I'm just going to scroll through here and let you pause it and read it. I'm just going to scroll through like this. You can just pause it. So there you go, you can read that.
Oh shit! Oh, that drone!
It's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Literally.
Jack, Dr. Emerald's in there. Need to get her out before time kicks back.
Still got it.
We shouldn't wait. Let's go get Dr. Emerald.
So a lot of people recognize this scene from the original showing of Quantum Break when it was first shown off a few years ago.
Jack, get her moving before time kicks back in and that drone turns us into paste.
Let's get to it, Doctor.
What? Oh no. That's gonna be good. It's really, I mean, you're Jack Joyce. You're here to kill me?
No, but you're coming with us. We need your expertise.
No.
I'm not asking.
It's collapsing.
Come on, move! Where's the damn boat?
It's right there.
Okay, go! Get her on the boat, I'll keep her.
Come on, Doctor.
Hurry up!
You'll never get away with this.
Shit,
Get
Spread out.
in.
Joyce! Somehow he got right past us! Don't let him escape! Somebody call him Supreme!
Jack, they're closing the gate. We'll be sitting ducks here unless you get it open for us.
I'll take care of it. You get going the second you can, okay?
There's still way too much firepower around. These assholes are gonna sink us if we don't take care of them fast.
Leave it to me.
Let's find him! What the?
Weapons free. Engage.
Holy shit! Find him!
Need to open that gate.
What about you?
You're clear. Go.
I can swing by
Go.
and...
No, just go. We went to all this trouble to grab her. Beth, I'm counting on you to keep her alive. Make my own way out. My plan was simple. There's a bridge to the mainland. Fight my way through anything Monarch would throw at me and then steal a car, drive it back to the swimming pool.
Just remember, we need your ass alive for the next part.
Somewhere. Move in and find him.
Beth and Dr. Amaral clear, it was time for me to get gone. For that, I needed wheels.
Okay, time to get a ride out of here.
Valet parking. Beloved by Carthy.
8:58. Alright, so that's the end of Act 3. So now we have the Junction, Junction 3, and the episode. So let's do the Junction.
This thing.
25 hours after fracture,
Growing
5:04
inside
a.m.
me. I've been fighting it for 6 hard years. Dr. Amaral was developing a cure for the Chronon syndrome. She was the only one who could administer the
9:15.
treatments that kept my sickness.
17 hours.
Paul?
And Jack had taken her away from me.
How the fuck did this happen, Martin? How is it possible they managed to take her?
Paul, this is your illness talking. I'm on your side.
Ugh. Ugh.
Easy, you're up.
They took her. Without Sophia, there's no chance of a cure.
We did all we could. But there are forces within Monarch working against you, and I believe Burke was just the tip of the iceberg. It wasn't just Joyce that did this.
Sir? We've recovered Dr. Amaral's laptop. We have it set up over there if you want to take a look.
I'll be right there. I want to go over Sophia's figures. If she's right, the fracture is escalating a lot faster than we anticipated.
You know the future. Dr. Amaral doesn't. Is the lifeboat even in a viable state for activation? She's trying to convince you the schedule's wrong. Why? To get you to rush this? To make a mistake? The people opposing you. She could be one of them.
She isn't.
Are you willing to bet the entire plan on that? I implore you, hold off on activation, Paul. Let me clean house before this gets completely out of hand. How do you want to proceed?
Somebody was working against me. Somebody close. Martin Hatch. Sophia Amaral. I could only trust one of them. I want him apprehended. Immediately.
Sir, I have some information about Martin Hatch.
Martin had been my closest advisor for years. I began to wonder if that had been a mistake.
Sophia's loyal. She's always been loyal.
I don't think we can trust her. The way she looked at the countermeasure like she's seen it before. She knows what it does.
Sophia's research had saved my life. Loyalty doesn't run any deeper.
So, Serene could choose to trust Sophia and suspect Hatch is a traitor. We know that Hatch is a traitor, though. That's the thing.
Alright, Amaral. Let's go fix the time machine.
I said I'll try.
Evidence was mounting against Sophia. I couldn't simply ignore it, despite everything we had been through.
And she knew you'd never make it without those treatments. And then she took them away.
If she'd turned against me with what she knew, the damage could be immeasurable.
Or he can choose to trust Hatch and suspect such Sophia as a traitor. Well, the thing is that even how they look at it, he really doesn't suspect that Sophia is a traitor because she has helped him a lot. So we're gonna go with Hatch. Well, we're gonna brand Hatch the traitor. So we're gonna confirm our choice as Amaral.
Sophia's date has always been good. I'll trust her judgment. We need to analyze these figures and make final preparations to activate the lifeboat protocol at once.
Fine. I'll take the laptop to the science department.
No, I think I'll do that myself.
I see.
Sir?
Put people on Mr. Hatch. I want constant eyes on him.
Yes, sir. You got it. We pulled some images from the security cameras. We've identified Joyce's accomplice. She's Beth Wilder, one of our mid-level operatives.
Her. My God, she's been with us all along. She's working with Jack. Where is she now?
Unknown. But we've got a kill team tracking her.
No. She can't be killed. Not yet. Find her. And whatever Mr. Hatch does, I want to know about it. Don't screw this up. Beth Wilder. It was the first time I'd heard her name, but she had been there in the past. When it all started. She'd been here the whole time, working against me from the inside. And she wasn't the only one.
All right, so most people agree with trusting Sophia Amaral, which is, when you think about it, technically the right choice. When I did my first game, I actually trusted Hatch, even though I knew he was a traitor because I wanted to see what happened. Yeah. So let's continue with the episode. If the video cuts here, it's because Twitch failed to keep the video running, and I will post the video, of course, like right after this. So stick around.
The treatments, they're losing their effectiveness.
Sophia, you shouldn't worry so much. Back up slowly.
I need to get in that lab. There's something in there that I need.
The lifeboat protocol.
Paul's a very dangerous man, and things will only get worse if he continues unchecked.
What is it that you're so threatened by, Martin?
Do I look threatened to you?
This is Dr. Amaral's report. The stutters, they're increasing in frequency.
What is that?
A chronon disrupted life form. Extremely hostile. It's Dr. Kim.
Let's go! Let's go! No, don't. Put one of those on! Charlie! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's C. Hatch.
And what did Burke want with it?
Well, I don't know. I don't even know what the lifeboat protocol is.
It's a sanctuary, designed to shelter a list of Monarch's essential personnel to weather the storm until they can develop a solution.
Essential personnel. So that means that I'd be on that list, right?
Not under Paul Serene's lead, you wouldn't. He's failed to see the value in his own people, too consumed with grand ideals and delusions. You know what I find to be the most terrifying notion on this planet? The idea of God. Simply the idea. A being with that much power. The ability to take and give so freely. That kind of control. It should be feared, not worshipped. Yet, people believe in it. Just as people believe in Paul Serene. See, what's so scary about God isn't his control, but rather, if he ever lost it. Paul Serene's become unhinged, Charlie. He's triggered a catastrophe. He has the chance to fix it, but he's choosing not to. He's choosing to let things end.
Name the time.
And this is where we come in. We risk too much leaving the keys to the kingdom in one man's hands. We need insurance. There's something called the CFR. It's a crucial key to our survival and must remain safe. But as long as Paul is the only one with access to it, it isn't. With access to the CFR, I would take over, get Monarch back on track, and once I do, restructuring would be in order, Charlie. Restructuring that would see you as my right hand.
I'd be on the list.
Absolutely.
Then I need to go back to Monarch. And that sort of privilege escalation, it can only be done from the inside. That's good.
I put the island on lockdown, but the pump house on the west side has an old supply tunnel that runs beneath the bay. No one knows about it. You'll go unseen. Time is of the essence, Charlie. Better get to it. Commander Davis.
Yes, sir.
Head to the perimeter lab. We're moving forward.
The frequency of the stutters is still unpredictable, but they're persistent. Erratic, but persistent.
I need certainty. If I initiate the protocol, there's no going back.
Mr. Serene, something like this. There is no certainty. We've never dealt with it before.
How long?
We've been running Dr. Amaril's simulations. It's hard to say without her to confirm, but...
Just give me a time.
The Joyce field could collapse within 8 hours. Mr. Serene, if you're going to proceed, now would be the time to decide.
Charlie. Fiona.
Hey, bud. Where you going?
You're right. Time's ending, just like you said. And the lifeboat protocol? It's a place. They built it to protect people from the fracture. And the only problem is there's a list, and anyone who's not on it is pretty much fucked. But if we make it back to the mainland, I can get us on the list. All of us.
This entire island is on lockdown. How are we gonna do that, Charlie?
There's a tunnel.
Hey, all right, if you are lying to me this time, I swear to God.
Get off! Tired of shit. I don't know why you're doing this, but I don't have to put your name on shit, motherfucker.
What'd you do to him?
He's fine. I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna put me on that list. I got a pregnant wife at home, and she's the only thing that I am thinking about right now. So if you get in the way of me protecting her, I swear to fucking God, next time, you will not catch your breath. Lead the way.
Good evening, Dr. Emerald.
We're 5 minutes out, Mr. Hatch. Yes.
I've come to free you, my friend. This imprisonment, it's unsettling. It's time for you to rejoin the others, to return to the infinite.
How far along is your wife?
3 months.
Congratulations.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I'm good. When do you get...
Get on the fucking ground! Hey, no, we're with Monarch!
What don't you understand?
No, get on the ground! Hey, no. Hey, I'm the one that called it in. I'm Hatch's guy.
One guy.
Yeah.
Where's she?
She's a Chronon scientist. She's important. We have to get her back to Monarch right away. Please.
Get the fuck out of here.
Now! Yeah.
Gibson, I got Burke.
Fiona, you gotta listen. Hey.
Shit, you killed him!
Fuck! Hey! I didn't know that they were gonna kill him. What was I supposed to do? Huh? You led me on and then you kidnapped me.
This isn't about you, Charlie!
Are you stealing this car?
Just get the fuck out of here.
No, you're gonna need me.
I got what I needed out of you.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it.
Why don't you open your eyes? The world is about to end. I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, you're a real hero.
Fuck you.
A nurse, huh? I'll see you there.
Burke. You fuck.
You know, I'm really gonna enjoy killing your wife.
Commander Davis?
Davis and his team. They're all good men. Monarch's finest.
Paul, what about my treatments?
I'm afraid so.
You know what this means?
You don't know for sure.
I'm in danger! You let this happen! Jack, he wants me to become you. He wants me to suffer until the end.
Joyce and Wilder. But what was troubling me is who got them into Kim's lab. She paid a visit while she was thought to be missing, minutes before the explosion. Paul. Paul, will you listen to me? Look, it's time you see her for who she really is. This was her parting gift.
They forced her.
She's trying to destroy you,
She's
Paul.
trying to help me.
Oh, Jesus, but... Look at you. The smartest man I know. Blinded by a fool's love. Paul, what are you planning on?
Sophia's loyal.
She's gotten inside your head.
She's always been wild.
You need to think about
If
this.
the fracture's happening now, I owe this to her.
Dr. Holden,
What the hell is it?
the protocol's been initiated.
I need to wake my family.
I'm afraid we have no time.
Thank you. Welcome. Tonight marks a momentous occasion. For years, we have been building towards this day.
Liam?
Hey, pal. I'm glad you could make it. I was just telling your girl here how concerned about you we've been.
Emily, we need to go.
Go. What's the rush?
Emily, let's go.
Emily, give me the keys. Give me the keys.
Get away from me. Get
Emily,
away.
listen.
No.
Listen, please, please. This is not who I am. This is not. I'm telling you, I never felt good doing this. I never felt good doing this. But it's the only thing I knew how to do. And when I got back, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything to do. And Monarch, they found that useful, and they put me to work. And I swear to God, I couldn't stand being alone. So every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I would walk down the street because it was the only 2 nights at the bartender. She wasn't at school. And I told myself every night to ask you out. It took me a fucking year. Emily, if they gave me structure, you gave me purpose. I did this to protect you. I did this to protect us, our family. I did this to protect our family. But Emily, you have to listen to me. Something terrible is coming, and I will explain to you on the way, but we have to move. We have to move right now. If you will just let me protect you one last time. Please. Louise, this is me. It's me. It is me. Okay, we have to go. We have to go right now. Okay.
Yeah, it's Pierce. I'm at the perimeter lab. So I have some information about Martin Hatch. I want him apprehended. Immediately.
Alright, well, that is the end of episode 3 and the end of Act 3. So, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all next time.